Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Saeed TV and welcome to the Best of the Rest show brought to you by Boohoo Man. Shout out to Boohoo Man for sponsoring today's video. I'm wearing a jumper right now. If you want to go and get any Boohoo Man tops, hoodies, jackets, wherever you want to go right now, use the QR code next to Premzy on his right. Scan that QR code, it will take you straight to the app or the website. You can get 10% off, or you can go down link in description below, use the code Saeed, and you can go get yourself 10% off. Shout out to Boohoo Man for sponsoring today's video. Listen, man, them, what we saying, shout out to everybody here. There's over 500 already locked in as well. Shout out to Care, Free Lewis for the raid as well. But big up to everyone who's locked in. What are you saying, Premzy, you're back? You know what I'm saying to you? And still Decker Rice isn't done. You know what I mean? What are you saying, Premzy? It's good to have you back on the channel, man.
No, I'm good, man. It's good to be back with the original guys and get it going and stuff, man. Just being busy, just took a little time away from streaming just to get the house sorted and use this time wisely, because when the Arsenal's back on, you don't really get any time, you know what I mean? But big up the chat. Make sure you smashing a like on the video, guys, as well, man. 500 of yous in here. Should easily be on 100, 200 likes by now, man. Big up yourselves.
Facts. Absolutely. We got man like Monts. You know what I mean? I see, Trent Alexander-Arnold got a fresh trim. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it might have to be, Trent from Montana. What are you saying, though?
Listen, man, hey, I'm good. Obviously, as Premzy said, welcome back, Premzy. It's good to have the five, you know what I'm saying? Original five back, of course. And, Trent with the short hair, I'm expecting 15 GA minimum. Just saying, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to see that trend.
Hey.
But listen, man, it's good to have the man back. Lewis, you know what I'm saying? Patrick as well. Good to see you, man, as well. So, yeah, man, big up the chat. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe, man. Let's support each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. Big up to Patrick in the building. Patrick, what are you saying, man? You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I had a little rant yesterday on our last word on Spurs about the new season or the new match day ticket prices for Tottenham. It's unbelievable what Daniel Levy's done in a time where everyone's struggling for cash per se. Not everyone, but you know what I mean? Like, the cost of living's gone through the roof. This guy's raised the prices of tickets exponentially, and he's moved Newcastle, who are a Cat C team, to a Category A game. So there's one extra game now with 88 quid a game. And obviously, Newcastle had a good season last year, but to move them up after one season just goes to show it's just all about the money. And he's just pricing regular match day going fans from attending the stadium and stuff. So yeah, it's disgusting, man. It's Daniel Levy to a T. All he cares about is money, and that's it. But other than that, I'm good. Lewis, Mons, Prem, Saeed, good to be back on there. And yeah, man, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
Yeah, man, definitely. 100%, man, 100%. And we got man like Carefree Lewis. You know what I'm saying to you? We outside. What are you telling them? What are you telling them?
Yes, bro. It's been a bit of a boring week. Obviously, we said goodbye to a Chelsea veteran, a guy who's been here for years in the last week. Obviously, I'm talking about Baba Rahman and everything. Mount to Manchester United. But other than that, it's been a bit boring. Kind of been overdue, to be honest, because with the last month's been crazy. But it's been chill. It's been chill. Big up to the panel. Big up, as always, hit the like button. None of this Mount open play assist rate. Come on, rise it up.
Come on. We're gonna start with you, Chelsea. I feel like the kind of the only kind of drama that's folding right now is Chelsea at the minute, and we got to start off with Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku's return has been delayed until Monday, 17th of July. Chelsea hope his future will be resolved by then, and that Inter will return with an acceptable offer. The expected sale of Onana to Man United should free up some funds. Chelsea want around 45 million. Well, that's a what is that, a loss of what? How much? Because he's ended up paying 100 million, isn't it? So
probably with the loan fees and everything, I think it's like 25 million at a minimum that we're going to lose. It is what it is. I'm just annoyed that they pushed his return back a couple of days. Move it back to tomorrow so we can fine him, get some money back. Because the guy said he's not going to turn up to training. So fine, we have probable cause to fine him, maybe even take him to court, maybe even be able to rip up the contract. Probably not, but I don't know the legal system like that. But he can do something to
him. Lewis, what? Sorry, Lukaku said he's not going to turn up to training.
That's what reports are saying.
I was going to say, I've not seen none of this, you know. So
but he can do that, like drag it out and don't turn up to training all that you want, because Chelsea will be firm with their amount. We want 45 million, and we're not moving a muscle until we get that money. We've already lost enough. There's already been sunk cost. We can lose more. But if you lot drag this out another month and then get Lukaku a month behind on preseason, overweight, useless, and obese as fuck, that'll be a you problem, and you all can hold that. Fact is, like, they think they can bully us into lowering our valuation. Lukaku is clearly working with Inter Milan, and he's planning to try and unsettle himself as much as possible to trigger Chelsea into lowering their valuation. We're just not going to do it. And Lukaku has a Euros coming up next year, and he needs game time in order to play for Belgium. So what you do in the next month is up to you. You could either sit at Chelsea, be unfit as fuck, Belgium will not call your ass to the Euros and you'll miss another tournament. Or sort out your exit. It doesn't have to be to Inter. You could go to Saudi. AC Milan are interested. You could do the snake thing. You're used to it. But eventually you'll have to sort out your move. So we're not really in as bad a position as people think that we are. It's just Lukaku and Inter Milan want to make it look that way. You have a Euros. You need to play next season. You need to find yourself a club. So time is money. Money is also fitness now, not even transfers.
It's always a struggle, isn't it? I don't know what Chelsea players like. Don't really end well at Chelsea, does it? Like, it's always like a struggle to get rid of them. Then it turns sour. It's I don't know, man. Chelsea, that kind of club, isn't it? Not a family club, is it? Premsy, man. Everyone wants to go back to Arsenal, but with Chelsea, everyone looks like they want to leave, and it's like, don't know, man.
It's
I just feel
different
like
times, man.
always...
Roman Abramovich era is over now. This is a new era there at Chelsea, and I think Pochettino is probably the right man to actually build a team up there for him. With Lukaku, it's one of them situations. Sometimes you just got to cut your losses and get his wages off the bill. So if I was Chelsea, even though they're going to try to squeeze as much as money out of him as they can, and to be fair to Chelsea, they've, in my eyes, they've robbed us, they've robbed yous. So they're getting some decent fees for the players, but Lukaku ain't going to be there anytime soon. It'll go rapid. Do you know what I mean? I think Onana, as soon as that goes through, like you said, he'll have a little bit of money there, and it'll just fund the deal for him to go over. I think he's better suited to Italy as well. In the Premier League, he's been at a few different clubs. You just can't hit the barn door. Look at the Champions League final as well, man. Madness.
I think it's got to a point where it's untenable. The situation is now at a crossroads, isn't it? Like the thing is, Inter Milan. The thing is with other clubs, we got to remember ourselves here. We can pay a lot of money for players here, but we can't expect other countries and other teams in other countries to pay a similar amount. They just don't have the funds. You know what I mean? They ask for a lot, but they can't get a lot, and that's the situation now. But what would you do, Mons, in this situation now? Like, is it a case of say, you know what, Vlahovic is around the corner, get that money and go buy Vlahovic? Like, what do you think's gonna happen after this now?
It's getting a bit mad right now. I'm just seeing losses, man. Is Vlahovic even that much better than Lukaku when he's fit? Like, you know what it is? Let's have it right, yeah. Vlahovic's best season in the Serie A doesn't come close to Lukaku when he was firing at Inter Milan. Like, people forget, it was only a couple of years ago Lukaku literally turned his career around after leaving Man U. Do you know what I'm saying? And was doing well, not only in Serie A, but in the Champions League as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't even go as far. People aren't going to like what I'm about to say, but Lukaku's season was even probably arguably as good as, or if not better, than Osimhen's first season. This season gone. This season gone of Osimhen. Listen, say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. And you can say he had the help of course, Lautaro Martinez. But of course, listen, Lukaku was badding up that league. Yeah, and again, it's a farmers' league in my opinion. In terms of, I think anyone with P&P will always thrive in Serie A. Anyone with P&P, I think, thrives in that league. You know what I'm saying? However, sometimes you just have to understand that I think Chelsea are always gonna feel aggrieved at a loss, but this is what Chelsea been doing to other men. Like, Lewis, I'm sorry, bro. Like I saw something about Dacho Fofana going on loan. He's been in the club for 6 months.
Berlin.
Like,
hey, that's Potter's fault for having a Havertz fetish for 6 months. I wanted him to have some game time.
All I'm saying is, the way you man operate, it's just a bit weird to me. Like, the fact that you used the guy Jackson, he'll probably be on loan in January at this rate. Like,
you're talking about a striker. Like, the way things are going right now, we're not even going to go for a striker. It all depends on preseason.
But you've been okay. Well, you was obviously linked to Dybala for a little bit. He threw that in the bin.
Yeah, that's just so he could get more money at Rome.
He threw that in the bin. Vlahovic
Yeah.
probably seems like a likely signing, but like that's just another risk for me. Like it hasn't really worked out at Juventus. He hasn't had a great season. I'm looking at other striker options. It kind of has to be an overprice of Osimhen, but then they're saying
that's why we might not get one. That's why we might not get one. If pre-season works out and Nicholas Jackson gives us something to go off, we're going to give him the confidence to trust him as our number 9 through the season. That's the plan. If Jackson doesn't look all that in pre-season, then we're probably going to get Vlahovic. But for now, we're just looking at him. We're looking at options because I agree with you. The striker market ain't great. So why put 90, 100 million on someone that you're not going to be 100% sure of when we're trying to move away from moves like that?
And on top of that as well, you guys, the way you guys aren't playing a back 5 anymore. So you're going to need all the attackers you can get because you're actually essentially playing more attackers. And I just think that with the way that Poch is going to work and the way, I don't know, with the striker market, I'm looking at Nkunku. Can he fill in there? Do you know what I'm saying? Can Nkunku
probably be the 10? Because the idea right now is we get an 8,
though?
which is going to be Caicedo. Then we go for a more creative midfielder that can compete with Nkunku in the 10. Then we see what the striker situation's saying during pre-season. If we need a striker, then we go for a striker. But that's our only real moves for this season. Maybe a goalkeeper.
But by the way, yeah, what you said there, Mons, is wild, man. Like,
yeah,
Osimhen
wild, isn't it? I was just checking that stat.
that's
Then.
wild.
It's wild, bro.
Osimhen has led Napoli to their first title in about, I don't know, since the Maradona 30 years ago. You know what I mean? It's been
No, but let's not get it twisted. Lukaku had 2 brilliant seasons.
But he was playing in a strike force with Toro Martinez.
But individually, they both had brilliant seasons.
Nah, Osimhen, 26 goals in the league, 4 assists. 26 goals, 4 assists. Lukaku, 10 goals, 6 assists.
No. I'm talking about the season they won the league.
I thought you were talking about this season. Just gone. Are you losing the plot, fam, or something? Because you had to check them stats one time.
I'm talking
How many goals did he get that season? How much goals did he get that season? They won the title there, Lewis.
I believe it might have been 24. I have to double check, but the season I think he got 23 then 24. Lukaku done it for 2. Lewis, you're right. He done it 2 seasons on the bounce, right? Where he got over 20 goals. He was battling up that league for 2 years, and that's what.
How many open play goals?
How about this?
Open play goals.
No, I'm just saying, Saeed, that's what led to the 100
Here's the
million.
thing. Everything that was said about Osimhen right now was being said about Lukaku when we signed him. Everything.
Why do you think Lukaku?
People just don't remember because of the recency bias, and that's fine. But at the time, Lukaku was on such a high pedestal. Massive
100 mil. He cost Chelsea 100 million. Why is that? Because he had 2 amazing seasons. Osimhen's done it for 1 season, and we're hearing 200 million. I mean, maybe that's
Lukaku debates. Do you remember that?
Huh?
Do you remember the Haaland v Lukaku debates of 2021?
Bro, they were saying Lukaku's going to come Prem and grab the golden boot.
I don't know. I remember that. Does anyone
after the Arsenal game where they won 2-0, was it 2-0 or 2-1? When Chelsea beat Arsenal and Arteta.
Yeah, Lukaku scored twice.
Yeah. After that game, the Lukaku hype was mad. It was mad.
Legit.
We thought we'd already won the league. Silly.
No, but hold on a minute. The thing is, though, Lukaku now, his levels have dropped now. It's dropped massively. I think for me, you know what I mean, there's not a future for him. Even when he plays now, it's kind of almost like, bro, to play to his strengths now is crazy what you've got to do. You can see open play goals now. He's becoming a bit, his confidence is gone. Champions League final, man missed the open net in it. Like, he's not relevant anymore.
I kind of agree. Like, Lukaku was crap in the first half of last season, but when he gets fit, he actually does decently for injury. He did pretty well towards the back end of last season. He's just the worst big game player in history. You cannot rely on him on a big match for shit. He will not turn up, regardless of the circumstances. Over a full season, he'll get them 20 goals. Like, he's not a bum. He's just not well-rounded at all. And all he can do is finish and run forwards. That's it.
Ramsey, the stat. Are you trying to? And I'll just say quickly, he got 24 goals and 11 assists in the season they won the league.
I don't know, but on here it's saying that he's got, on this one here, Saying he's got 10 goals and 6 assists.
No, that's last year. I'm saying the season Osimhen won the league and the season Lukaku won the league.
So what year did he win the league? In
2021.
2021. Yeah, the
So
season.
he got 24 goals, and then you're
11.
saying what before that 19-20 as well. He got 23.
Yeah. So I was right. It was 24 and 23 in terms
Yeah,
of his goals.
To be honest, bro, I thought he's talking about this season, bro. Osimhen's just being absolutely unbelievable, man. I was thinking,
You know what's mad though, yeah? Let me ask you a question. You know when Mon said it, yeah, is Vlahovic any better than Lukaku? Say he comes back from preseason and say Pochettino has a word with him and they reconcile and the situation clears up now, and he then has a change of heart and Inter Milan can't afford it and they can't afford the asking price and they say, right, what's best for you right now is to stay here, reconcile. Like let me go to you, Patrick. Would he still be a good fit for the Premier League? And you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Chelsea don't really have a striker right now in terms of that's going to give them guaranteed goals. In the Premier League, he might find some sort of form. You never know.
Yeah, it's Lukaku is a good player on his day, like what Lewis and Mons are saying, and I think it's a strange one because when Chelsea re-signed him, there was big debates that he was going to come in and be the Premier League's best striker, and a lot of people agreed after the 2 good years in Italy. But I don't know with Lukaku, man. I just feel that he's not really. I just feel that he doesn't. Football's not his number one priority, in my opinion. He just doesn't look like he actually cares. If he turns up and has a decent game, so be it. I don't see him as somebody that really goes the extra mile to work hard, on the pitch, on the training pitch. The guy's always in America, messing around. It's weird because whenever you see him interviewed in America, he's got an American accent. I'm like, what's going on? The guys that deal with the basketball games.
No dog.
Why is he talking like that? You know what I mean? It's weird. But going back to football, I don't know, man.
Alba's left in it. Yeah. Alba's left. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Bamian, what's the latest?
Alba's still here.
Was Lukaku injured in 21-22 season?
Hey, if we don't get a striker, fuck it. There's my guy. Fuck Lukaku. That guy is not coming back to my football club. Under
Lukaku
yes,
is not coming back.
The emergency situation, throw Oba one more year. Wow.
Lukaku's better than Aubameyang, man. Come on. Lukaku.
Exactly.
Aubameyang has a better mentality. Aubameyang has more of a reason to snake Chelsea and not turn up to training than Lukaku does. He got dropped for 4 months for no reason, just because Potter and Lampard could try and vicariously live through Kai Havertz for no reason. But he still turns up to training every day. Even comes off the bench for some games. He doesn't miss training, doesn't chat shit in the dressing room or nothing like that. So give him a game. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's my point, Saeed. I don't trust Lukaku's mentality, and he just doesn't look like he trains hard. He doesn't look like he gives a fuck. He's someone who's always had that raw, pace and power, and that's kind of seen him through. But now people are cottoned onto that, and I just don't know. Personally, Chelsea just need to cut their losses, whatever it is, even if it's 15, 20 million. Sometimes you just need to get rid of a player, get him gone, and then they can move on. Obviously, I don't really care what they do, to be honest, and I hope he stays there and he flops for Pochettino. That's what I'd love. I'd love for him to Poch, I'm gonna work hard for you, and then he reverts back to type and he fucks up. That's what I would hope.
Could be a Harry Kane replacement. If
he doesn't turn up to training, right, then he's not going to be fit. We have all seen what an unfit, overweight Lukaku is like. Exactly. We're not going to take any risks with him. Him not turning up to pre-season directly says he doesn't want to do anything to benefit the team. Play anybody else up front over him. Anybody else. I don't care how much of a detriment they are on the pitch over Lukaku. At least they want to be here. At least they'll be fit. And you know what? They'll probably be more beneficial to the team than Lukaku is because he's not even well-rounded enough that you can say the team would benefit with him on the pitch. You just get more goals. That's it. But you've seen with the likes of Ronaldo, for example, more goals doesn't necessarily mean a better player that benefits the team. So it's not necessary.
Benefits the team, yeah.
If the guy doesn't want to be there, it's just best to wash your hands.
Yeah, 100%. What's his
wash your hands there.
325k a week.
Hold on, Lewis. Hey. No. Levi Cole don't want to be there. Why do you don't want him?
How do we know that? Excuse me? How do you know that? Until he speaks to Pochettino on the 17th, we don't know that. Everyone's
Instagram
just
hype.
trying to create a little narrative over it because of little things that the
Liverpool
media
fans.
put out. Like,
Liverpool
for-
fans.
Lewis, he's doing the Ivan Toney thing, the Who's Brentford thing. He's doing that. That's bro. He's moving mad
Bro,
cheeky. Chelsea fans
bro,
don't want to
until
hear it.
the
He's moving very
17th
cheeky.
of July and the talks of Pochettino, we don't know. We don't. I think
Yeah.
Levi Cole was just in two minds. And
In two minds.
whatever
His
happens
mind- his
after
mind
the
ain't in
talks of
Chelsea.
Poch is whatever happens. If he leaves,
Mm.
I don't think he goes to Liverpool. I think he goes to Brighton.
So
Because we're just
Let
going
me
to
ask
throw
you a
him in the
question, though.
Caicedo deal.
So insta-tax for
But
Cole.
Liverpool fans are mad though. Like the amount of investigation they're doing right now. Once you might are doing
They
the
went
most.
to his
You
mum's
might are going back to. Yeah, go on, Lewis. Go on.
They went to his mum's old tweets from 2013, bro.
Wow.
That's insane.
Sounded like
Big
Arsenal
fans
fans.
army,
That.
man. What's
Don't
going
worry,
on?
man. Detectives. All right, man. We don't mess.
You like the shit that.
Listen, either
Bro.
way, the bottom line is it's insta-tax for Colwill, but if Lukaku doesn't want to be there, get him at the club. And listen, I don't make
If
rules.
Colwill does
I don't
not
make
want
rules.
to be here, if
I don't
Colwill
know.
doesn't want to be here, I don't mind that. I've been saying the entire summer, people act like it's Colwill or bust. He's a brilliant defender who's going to do brilliant things. People are forgetting Badia Shield's existence. He's been brilliant for us since joining. If Colwill really tries to force his way out of the club, we're not fucked. Like, centre-back's the only position where I'm 100% confident in my team. Everywhere else, I think there's areas that we need to work on. So centre-back, we're fine with or without Colwill. I've been saying that.
I
Who have you
don't
got?
know.
Yeah.
Thiago
Question marks,
Silva,
just
Badia
question
Shili, Fofana. Who else?
Chalobah and potentially Colwill.
Thiago Pensioner.
Thiago.
Aye, he still walks
Wow.
into your team.
Oi.
I don't know if
Ahead
he
of Van
walks.
Dijk.
I don't know
Ahead
if
of
he
Van
walks.
Dijk, I reckon.
Does he have a walking stick? Maybe a walking stick he walks into my team. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I respect your elders, bro. Come on.
Oi, listen. Van Dijk and Thiago Silva, man, who are you having in 2023? That's gonna be the question. I'm gonna have to poll that still. You know what I'm saying? Like a
I'll
couple
contribute to the poll.
conversations. But listen, people, there's 1.4K in here. Big up to everybody that's showing love to the show, man. Best of the rest. Everyone likes it. So make sure you hit the like button. Bottom right hand corner, man. Quickly, before we wrap up on Chelsea, because we've been talking a lot on Chelsea. Caicedo, I don't know if you see the quotes. You know what I mean? Man's begging to come to Chelsea, but I think the money they're asking for are too much in it, Lewis, man. 100 million for Caicedo. Arsenal ruined the market,
Nope.
man. It's mad, but you know what I mean? Like
It's
it's
not
what it is,
that.
isn't it?
Arsenal ruined the market. What?
Bro,
Allow
you-
us,
you've not
fam. You know
ruined
what
the
I mean?
market,
The us fam
It is
there
not-
struggling
Oh,
for
man.
years for a big signing, and you're trying to hammer us like that. Get out.
Bro, you've ruined the market, man. You've ruined the midfield market. What are you lot doing, man? Like
Not having it.
105 million on Declan
Not
Rice.
having it.
It's mad.
Not having it.
But yeah. What are you saying, Lewis?
I'm not that worried about this whole Caicedo situation. I feel like Chelsea fans are just panicking because it's not been done yet. But the reasons I'm reading for it is just all based on the payment structure. We're offering a payment structure that suits us a lot more than Brighton. So Brighton are saying, if you want to pay by this structure, we're upping our amount to 100 million because that would benefit us a bit more. They've said to Caicedo 85 million, so around 85 million to 90 would be enough to let go of him. But I'm guessing they just want a larger sum of it up front. And that's all the negotiations are about. Everything else, to be honest, right now is just waffle. But Caicedo wants us. Personal terms have been agreed. It's even a fee's been agreed. No, not really. It's only the payment structure. And then that will determine what the final fee will be. And then we get the here we go. We get Caicedo. We can move on to getting a 10 and potentially a striker. Like, this is just a matter of time. And I think people are just stressed because we were told a week ago, and it's been a week and nothing has really changed. But if Caicedo walks through the door, people aren't going to complain about how long it took for it to happen. They'll just be happy that the guys arrived. So I'm just waiting until we get a conclusion. I expect it to be done. We're at literally just the payment structure, and that should be it.
How true is it that he wants to come to you? Because obviously, when he was linked to us, he wanted to go to a Champions League club and stuff like that. So I'm surprised that nobody else is going in for him. Is that 100% concrete that he wants to?
He says he loves
He
the city.
agreed personal terms was a week or two ago. What was that, Mons?
He said in the quote it says he loves the city. The city as well is beautiful. Arsenal are in the city as well.
Yo, listen.
Arsenal could have
I'm telling
gone
you,
in
man,
for him.
it's one of them. What does he love? He
Still good.
waffles though. Come on, man. He said he loves United. He loves
How
Real
about this?
Madrid. He loves Arsenal. You know what I mean? He waffles. He
No,
might
no,
not
no.
say
He
he loves
said it's a big,
you know what I
it's a
mean,
big
in the next
team.
minute.
It's
He
a
loves the
historic
paycheck.
team, and I can't say no.
He loves them.
So it
He loves
wasn't
them.
just City.
He loves them bands. That's what he loves.
No.
How much is he on at Chelsea? I know he ain't even on more than 50 bags.
Who?
At Brighton.
At Brighton, sorry. How much is he
He's
on?
on about 30k now, but he was on about
yeah,
he was
bro.
on
He was
about
on-
5 before.
He was on about 3.5 bags.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
on before his
Yeah,
contract.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
90.
And now he's on about 30.
90.
So
Right.
he's
So
yeah.
in footballers' terms, that's chicken and chips. So whatever any of these men are offering him, that's my favorite club. I supported them all my life.
100%.
To be
Always
fair,
on
he's a
the
top
yeah.
quality player, man. I'll take him all day long. I don't know why.
I don't
Yeah.
mind him being a mercenary. He's still going to be here for 8 years. So that's fine.
I think you know me.
It's the same thing with Colwell as well. Colwell's got 3 years at Chelsea. He needs to talk to us nice.
No,
Hey.
one more thing. Just one more
Charge
thing on your club, though. You man are all doing this whole new age, new era, Romans yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Prague is that way. Whatever way you man want to say it, innit? But I'm still seeing players come in and getting loaned after 6 months. So if this Jackson guy has a bad 6 months and he just gets thrown under the bus and gets loaned off somewhere, like, it's just still the same. It's still similar to the Abramovich model. It's just the management that's different.
It's
Really?
contextual dependent on the player, though. Like, we're already going to give Jackson an opportunity to be our main number 9 and see how that works.
6 months.
If it doesn't work out, it could be because of him. It could be because he doesn't suit the system. We have to see with that.
Can't get
For
any-
Fafana, that is Graham Potter's fault right there. I spent the whole year saying, why the fuck is Havertz up top? And I've never seen this guy get any more than 45 minutes of football. That's his fault. We haven't had anything to see of
Bro,
him.
none of these players are
Jackson's come in. Like, he needs to go on loan. He needs game time. We have less fixtures now. We have no Europe. So there's going to be less rotation. So it makes more sense. You have to loan him as a result.
I hear that. I just think that, I don't know, man. It's not, you guys are still as ruthless as ever. And none of these signings, barely any of them are actually Poch's signings. Like,
But what's wrong with being ruthless?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just that, you know, the Chelsea fan base, let's go, yeah, fan base is saying we've changed. Everything's different now. We're a different club. No, you're not. Like, you're still, managers are going to be walking in and out of your club same way. Players are going to get loaned and bought within
Okay.
same way.
You know what? Good. I don't want us to change. We've had the most trophies since 2000. Keep it the same. Keep it the same.
Hey, listen, you can't hide the facts, man. These man, they still win trophies, man. You know what I mean? Regardless. So let's see if this one changes. But listen, people, we're gonna move to Tottenham. Harry Kane, the most boring transfer topic ever, man. Him and Mbappe for me is boring, man. Like, make a move. You absolute, like, seriously, guys, man. Harry Kane, yeah, I'm tired of this guy, you know. He needs to make a decision. You want to move?
Stop talking about
No,
him.
man, it's not. This guy wants to be the center of attention. He's a little wuss, man. Make a move. Make a move.
You lot are the ones that are boring me. Like, imagine the cheek you're saying you're tired. I'm tired of this shit. Like, you lot, every summer, it's the same old crap. Harry Kane this, Harry Kane that, Harry Kane this. I'm bored of it. Like, Harry Kane, unless Harry Kane comes out and puts out a transfer request and says, I'm not coming to training, I refuse to train, this is what I want to do, you lot just drop it, innit? Like, it's the same old shit I see Man United fans on Twitter, you know, let's forget this guy, let's go all out for Harry Kane. This team's now saying this, Chelsea fans saying that. Like, it's boring. Just leave it alone, innit? Leave it alone. Unless Harry Kane comes out and physically says, I want to leave, you lot just move on. It's the same old crap. So many players go into the last year of their contract, and I never see the hoo-ha and the hoopla around it. But like, every time it's Harry Kane, Sky Sports News are doing up this, you know, Bleacher Report are doing up that. It's ESPN, you know, all of this stuff. It's mad. Imagine how I feel as a Tottenham fan seeing this crap playing week in and week out. It is boring, for real. Like, mad boring.
You know, the question is, though, like, they're saying that maybe Daniel Levy's looking to give him 400 grand a week. Like, is it beneficial for Tottenham to move on as a football club? And I said this from before, like, to give him 400 grand a week and then later on have this situation in the next 2 or 3 years where maybe he wants to do this and do that. Like Premsy, like, when you actually deep it, like, if they sell him now, get a player in and they build around what Postecoglou wants to do, they might be better for it in a sense, because then they can have a future. Because Harry Kane's not the all-NBA of Tottenham. They need to move on regardless, you know what I mean, of Harry Kane, because he's only got, 3 or 4 years left at the highest level. Let's be honest. They've got to find a solution.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think with Harry Kane, it's one of them situations where Tottenham's best chance of getting top 4 is having Harry Kane in that team. I think without Harry Kane in that team, I think the top 4 hopes are done and dusted. But it's looking slim already, even though the season hasn't started. It looks like there's a lot more stronger teams. However, if you keep Harry Kane, he's cost you nothing. He's come from the academy. You get me? So if he does go on a free, in my opinion, it's not the worst thing in the world if he gets you top 4. It's a risk. It's a gamble that you got to take because once he then goes, if you're in the Champions League, you can attract better players. I'm not trying to take the piss here, but I don't think Tottenham are a really attractive club as it is. I think if they're in the Champions League, they've got some sort of pull. And for Harry Kane on his side, it would be a lot more beneficial him maybe. I've always seen him looking to go to United. I don't know what it is. I've always seen it like a Robin van Persie situation. I've seen him in a United shirt. If he goes to United, he'll be on 400, 500 bags a week because there's no transfer fee to pay, and he'll get a signing on bonus as well. So for Harry Kane, it's probably better him going on a free. And maybe for Tottenham, it's whether they want to take that risk or not of not getting Champions League football and not getting no money for him. But if they do get Champions League football, then they're going to be a bit more attractive for other teams to come in and other players, to come in and join them. So
yeah, Premsy, with all due respect, I can't see Harry Kane going to Man United. I've said this and I said it and I said it time and time again.
Listen, man, if we had the money, we'd be getting
it. I'm sorry.
If he's got a choice, in my opinion, it does, because I think if you put Harry Kane into that United team, he makes everyone better around him.
Nope.
United have got a much better squad than yous. He's still got the opportunity to beat the record of score 48 goals by being in the league. And he could be that guy to take United to win in the Premier League. They haven't done it in 10 years.
It's arguable about the whole better squad thing. Tottenham over the last 4 or 5 seasons and United. I'm being serious. Like, I'm being...
now.
Forget the last season. Yeah, Tottenham was shit. I know that. We all know that. But I'm saying, if you're talking about...
I'm talking about right now, and you're only good as last season, innit?
Even if Harry Kane's leaving to go and win trophies, you do not go to Manchester United. I'm sorry. You don't.
Why not? We've won a trophy last season. Last season.
Come on, man.
But with Harry Kane in there...
If you said the league, I would have agreed with you.
If Harry Kane adds the Carabao Cup to his CV, that's not moving the needle.
No, but brother, everything somewhere.
All right. Well, look, let me 1 minute. Wait. Let me just jump in, because up until that Crystal Palace game, where Elise scored in the last minute, United had a very slim chance of no, it's true. You got to look at it with facts.
Slim.
Yeah, they had a slim chance of competing with a Harry Kane in that team. 30, 35 goals, bro. That's taking you a big jump. I'm telling you now. Harry Kane for me is a world-class player, and he improves so many teams.
He improves so many teams, bro.
Kane means they compete with City. Whether they win is different, but they will compete with City with Harry Kane.
Yeah, but the point is, Harry Kane, everyone has been on Harry Kane's back for years upon years. He needs to leave to win trophies. So if he's leaving, you don't go to Man United. I'm sorry. You go to PSG.
Again, what's your
But United could get trophies. Like, if it's the league, I get it, but trophies don't get it.
It's a gamble. Why would you, at Harry Kane's age, 30 years old, one of the best strikers in the world, you're taking another gamble and a risk when you can go to guaranteed? It is a gamble.
I don't think it's a gamble.
Because United are not guaranteed to win trophies.
I think a gamble is Patrick. I think a gamble. I don't trust my Liverpool fan. I've got no need to say this. A gamble is harsh for Man United. I think
it's a gamble.
It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee.
Like with Crystal Palace.
It's not a guarantee. So why would you leave?
No. It's not a guarantee, but it's not a gamble. I think it's
a gamble because United are not guaranteed.
It's kind of in between where it's a safe bet where even though United, again, it's like what Prem said. United have only won a Carabao in 6 years, but with someone like Harry Kane, and they're not just going to bring in, like, the window not just going to consist of Harry Kane. They're going to improve in other areas. If they get the owners in, like, United is still an attractive project.
Yeah.
100%.
You lot are missing.
Patrick, you know United have the second highest trophy since 2000.
Yeah,
we got the first.
Okay, all right. Let me break it down for you guys. You understand? Let me land.
Yeah, let him break it down.
When's the last time United challenged for a league?
Challenge for a league? I'd say under Ollie when we were fighting with City.
Oh, that it was a
challenge, and then it kind of fumbled a little bit.
Okay,
but you said challenge.
Then Spurs challenge.
When's the last time United?
Yeah, of course, but I'm okay saying that.
Okay, when's the last time United looked good in the Champions League?
Champions League, you'd have to go back a little bit. Yeah.
So
You'd have to go
this is
back a
my
little bit.
point. A Carabao Cup for Harry Kane's not moving the needle.
2011?
Harry Kane wins
Yeah, but you
Carabao
got-
Cup
But again,
United.
Calvin,
No one
Patrick,
can
you
say,
got
oh
you
my
got to
God,
look at
that's
you got to look at
completed
Harry Kane.
Hold on a minute. How does he know what
in
he
that
feels for
team.
Harry
You
Kane?
got to look at
So
you got to look at
Hold on
Harry
a minute.
Kane
When
in
this
that
guy,
team.
hold on a minute, Premsy. When did Patrick become the spokesman for Harry
No,
Kane
no,
about
Nah,
Carabao
you know what
Cup and
it
all
is?
this?
The
Hold on a
dad,
minute.
the
I
dad
don't
just
understand
hurt,
this guy.
man. He's
When
hurt,
did he
he's
become the
hurt. That's what it
spokesman
is.
for Harry Kane?
He's hurt.
He'd love
He's
any
hurt.
trophy at this
How
minute.
about this? You would have been a
Carabao
better.
Cup,
You would have
FA
been a
Cup,
better
Hold on.
agent than his brother.
forwards.
Well,
Exactly.
Patrick,
You're
so
the
he needs
reason
to join
why
a
he's not
team
gone
that wins
anywhere.
trophies.
But
No,
what
he
I'm
wants
saying
the
is,
Premier
if-
League. He wants
if
the Premier
everyone's-
League, and he's not going to join City because they've got Haaland now. If he goes to United, Rashford becomes better. Trust me, he'll score more goals, can play
Yeah.
off him.
He
Bruno
makes us
Fernandes
better.
will come better, score goals. And what Harry Kane would just
Yeah,
add
I'm
himself
Liverpool.
to that team, yeah,
I'm Liverpool.
it's going to work. It will
I
work.
agree.
And
Harry Kane
look at
makes every team in the world better. But my point is, and this is again, and you lot are jumping onto me, but I'm just being honest. If Harry Kane leaves Tottenham, why would you go to United? You go to PSG, you go to Real
United
Madrid,
are a much
you go-
better proposition than
You
Tottenham.
go to Bayern
he'd
Munich.
finish-
You go
Oh,
to
hold on,
again
yeah.
Man City. If Haaland was to,
Okay,
you go to teams that are
Can I have
guaranteed
my
to
say
win you
then?
trophies. You don't at 30 years old. You got 3 or 4 years left at the top level. Go to United that may win a Carabao
But he
Cup.
might have a
So
bit
you-
of
so
ambition.
you
You
go-
know what I mean? It doesn't
You might
make
not
sense.
want to
So
win.
you
You
go
might
to
not
a team
want
that's
to go far,
guaranteed
but
to win
still win that.
trophies. Maybe he stays a year and then stays in London.
Could do that. But
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say,
obviously, yeah.
United
I go to
now,
Arsenal.
Maybe,
No.
maybe he goes to
Can I-
Man.
Arsenal,
Maybe
Arsenal
he
right
goes
now
I mean,
are
this
more
is-
attractive and better proposition than United. Let's
he
be
win
honest.
trophies.
Like,
Maybe
so
he goes
yeah,
Can I
to
just
Liverpool,
say,
yeah,
yeah?
Liverpool win trophies,
No.
but United, I'm sorry, a
Can I just
Carabao
say,
Cup's
yeah?
not cutting it for me.
I can't
No, but
believe
the thing is, again,
I
you're not
don't
the
know.
spokesman. Again,
Patrick's
Carabao Cup, FA
not
Cup.
having it.
Why
It's
did
the
we let
start.
that slide? Wait, no, why did we let that slide? Why did we say Said said United challenged under Oli? Why are we letting that slide? Why has
No.
everyone just let that
Hold on a
slide?
minute. Yeah.
That's
Hold on a minute.
shameless.
No, but he's talking about a challenge for the Premier League and whatnot, and we came second, and people were assuming that was a title race, and that was a broad statement. But listen to me, yeah. This idea, this notion that you think Man United can't do anything with Harry Kane. Harry Kane has made your club relevant for how many? Harry Kane's basically. Hold on a minute. Harry Kane has been the embodiment of anything that Spurs have done. So just imagine that on a greater scale at Manchester United. That's one thing, first of all, yeah. A, we're more likely to get better players than you lot. Is that a correct statement? Yes or no? Allow that.
Yeah,
And
you
know we're going to get
you
better
pay,
players.
you
No.
pay a
Caliber
lot more.
players.
You overpay for players.
You're not going to
so
get Casemiro, are you? Are you going to get
Guys,
Casemiro
Dad,
ever in your
he
team?
was trying to get players out of
possibly.
Serie.
Are you going to ever get
What are you
Casemiro on
talking
your
about?
team? Yes or no?
You could have if you're looking to pay the wages that you guys paid, then yeah. Like, but
Bro,
obviously
come on,
you
man. I'm
guys
asking you a
will
question.
pay
You're not going to get
120
Casemiro.
million
You're not
for
going to get the
Jadon
players that
Sancho.
we're going to get. And if we get the missing piece, and this is, you're underestimating how big of a piece, pause, Harry Kane is going to be. Like, he is.
He's done it again, isn't he? He's done it
No, I
again.
didn't do it again. That wasn't that. No. But I'm just saying to you, like, Harry Kane could fix. It's literally the missing jigsaw to what Man United might have
I
and
get
might
all of
need.
that. I get that,
And that
I
is
know
a
right now
huge
United
Harry
are
Kane makes
definitely
successful
better
thing
than
to have.
United are better than Tottenham. I'm not saying they're not. United obviously have a greater history, pay wages, all of that. Yeah, I'm not dissing United. I'm just trying to say if you're Harry Kane and you're leaving to win trophies, you do not go to Man United. And if anyone in Harry Kane's camp advises him to do that, they are fucking idiots. I'm sorry.
All right, so
You
if
do
he
not-
wants to stay in England, who does he go to?
Good job,
then?
you're not in the camp then, innit?
Ah,
Good job, you're
I
not in
need
the
to
camp.
be in Harry Kane's
Good
camp.
job,
Who does
you're
he
not
go
in the
to?
count, innit? Lordy, help me.
Patrick,
You
he
tell him
checked-
to
So
suck
Patrick,
off.
that's a good question for
Patrick.
Premsy. Where does he go? Where does he go?
If he wants to stay in England, who does he go to realistically? Chelsea, obviously. That's
He can't go to Chelsea, but I would say Chelsea.
Why not? Why not?
You just know, obviously, with everything that's going on, you can't walk
So
across.
do you think Chelsea are in a better
Oh.
Chelsea are better suited to win trophies than Man United right now?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's
Yeah,
waffling.
Chelsea
Go on then.
Chelsea
Wow.
have a better history of winning.
If Liverpool's owners
So
spend,
Not wrong.
Well,
So-
they don't
so
really,
that's
do they? Because United
they
are
do.
the
They
most
do.
important
Chelsea have
club.
Most
won
trophies
everything.
since 2000.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
and,
football didn't
um,
start in 2000, did it?
but if we're
No,
talking
but it's
football,
about recency. We have a mentality of winning trophies. That's what he's
No,
trying to say.
I'm not a big.
you know what
Look, bro,
ball is.
you know what I'm like when it comes to United, bro. I'm not a big United fan. You get me? I cuss them all the time, but sometimes you just gotta see it as it is. Realistically,
Yeah,
I'm
fact.
telling you now, with Harry Kane in United's team, they're challenging for the title. Whether they win it or not, that's a different question. But I think if anyone is going to win the title, it's probably this season coming up, because Man City losing Gundogan, potentially losing Bernardo Silva, Laporte, they're going to go through a period where it might not be the same. So if you're going to win it,
you ain't got no chance, man.
Nah, it's true, man. Trust me.
Maybe mentally burnt out too.
City are phenomenal, and they're an unbelievable team. But you got to see how vital Gundogan is. Look, he scored 2 goals against you in the FA Cup.
You're fair.
He comes up with very vital goals. Bernardo Silva, if he ends up going to Saudi or whatnot, he's a top player. Laporte, that squad depth going. Yeah, Kyle Walker, for me, unbelievable. And I don't care what anyone says. Kyle Walker, he's not coming to us. When Kyle Walker,
apparently those rumours.
I know, but it's nonsense. But look, when Kyle Walker was out of that City team and Rico Lewis is in there, they were dropping points. I'm telling you now for a fact, they're going to have a period, if all of these players do go, where they might have to try to find the right kind of tune again. And this is probably the best opportunity for a team, maybe Arsenal, United, whoever it might be, to Liverpool. I think Liverpool will be good next season as well.
I want to address the super chat. I want to address the super chat. Big up Sully, man. You're always on the channel. He says, Saeed, please have standards. It's not Toby, it's Patrick. It's spot on about Man United shouldn't celebrate. It's calm, man. It's calm. Shouldn't celebrate FA Cup or Carabao Cup. This is why League Honor and Northern standards. Listen, I agree. I have standards as well, but like I said to you, Harry Kane has not won a trophy. Harry Kane, for me, if he starts off winning the Carabao FA Cup, that for me is a success anyway, regardless. He's never won a trophy ever. He comes to a new club, starts winning trophies. Then, as Man United progress and get better players in, alongside Harry Kane, will hopefully win better trophies. And I think for me, that could happen with Harry Kane. For me, he's on levels with Haaland. Nobody can dispute that. He's on the levels
one
of
the
Haaland.
Best players in the, and this is my point. Harry Kane's one of the best players in the world. If he doesn't sign for Tottenham and he leaves on a free, he can go anywhere in the world. Anyone would take him. So what I'm trying to say is, he wouldn't go Man United. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. Regardless of,
let's hope
he wants to stay in the Prem. Why wouldn't he want to go to United? This is what I'm trying to say. I understand he might have not won a lot in recent times, but with him, if he believes in his ability and he's proven in the Premier League to score over 30 goals a season, he can walk into that United team, because you got to say they have got talent in that squad. And Ten Hag, since he's come in, he's done a lot right at United. Get me? He's won a little trophy in his first season. He's got the team playing good football.
Well, why couldn't he from the FA Cup, man? For work for Man City. You know what I mean? One game away from the FA Cup.
Why couldn't he come in and take them to challenge him for the title? This is what I'm saying. What makes Chelsea a better opposition to challenge for the title in the next few years than United? Where, in my opinion, United are ahead of Chelsea right now.
Different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chelsea, this ain't Roman Abramovich anymore, bro. This is what you need to remember. This ain't
Chelsea are tried and tested.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea are tried and tested. Liverpool have won things. Even Arsenal are in a better position than Man United, in my opinion. So to move to maybe the 4th best team, and then you still want 2 or 3 years to win trophies, it's a big gamble. It's a risk, and that's what I'm saying. It's a gamble where
I hear that.
On the free,
two of them teams, Patrick, Arsenal and Chelsea, is very unlikely.
Exactly, it's very unlikely.
Man City, they've got Haaland, so he's not going there. The only 2 options realistically is United and Liverpool. Liverpool, whether they'll be able to afford him or not, that's another question. So Man United are really the only ones that could afford him and be feasible to pay him his wages and let him come into the team and add something to it.
According to his camp as well, he's saying that the Premier League record's not the be-all and end-all. So that obviously opens the door to a Bayern Munich, a PSG, a Real Madrid. So I don't see him moving to United. If he really wants to move to win trophies and he doesn't have to stay in England as per what everyone thought, you don't go United. I'm sorry, that's pretty much it.
What it is, I think Harry Kane's a proper English lad, and I think he'd rather win the Premier League or try to win the Premier League, whether it happens or not, than go to a Farmers League and go to a team that's winning it every season. Because the moment he does that, if he goes to Bayern Munich, they say, oh, well, that went great, they win it anyway. If he goes to PSG, oh, that went great, they win it anyway. So knowing him and the hunger he's probably got, especially, you must have hunger to be a player like that and consecutively score them kind of goals. Probably the Premier League is the place for him, and I think he knows that he's not going to do that at Tottenham. So it wouldn't surprise me.
One more point on that as well, because if he does stay at Spurs for one more year, he's 48 goals off the record or something close to that. Yeah. He's not going to get that in one season, but he's going to get very close, like about 8 goals or something around that. he is not leaving England 8 goals away from the record. That's not happening. He's not leaving that close to it. So I do think if he stays at Spurs for one more year, it's a near guarantee, actually, that he stays in England, because unless he bags 48 goals in the season, it would be silly to stay so long for the record and then leave that close.
Yeah. And I'll still take about 31 if he did leave on a free, 100%, man. Guys, 1.6k in here. There's not even 500 likes. I don't know what's everyone moving, man. That's crazy. That means 1.1k are not liking the video, man. That's a big kind of gap there. Please, if you're watching right now and you have access to the like button, it's bottom right hand corner. Hit that like button and please, support the channel, man. CFC Pirates says Saeed would switch sides like he did on Mount, and once Radcliffe comes in, blessing disguise settings. Nah, I wouldn't, man. Radcliffe out, man. As soon as he come through the door, I'm Radcliffe out, man. I don't want him to come to my club, so hopefully he stays away from us, man, and we get the Qataris in. You know what I mean? So,
but yeah, why would you be Radcliffe out? Man. Sorry, Saeed, don't. Why would you be Radcliffe out? What's your reasoning behind that?
Radcliffe out, sorry.
Yeah,
because there's a potential that the Glazers would stay under his control as well. You know what I mean? Through minority shares. And B, for me, I don't think he's got the right facilities to manage his football.
Tell it as it is. It's because he hasn't got the same money. That's why. Tell it as it is. His wallet isn't hefty.
He ain't got the money. He's a broke billionaire, man.
You guys all hated oil money anyway, so you guys should be happy.
Yeah, man.
Should be happy.
Give me the oil money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, then everyone else, you know what I mean? Liverpool and Arsenal. I don't know what you man are going to be doing, man. But let's talk about Arsenal, man. Let's talk about Arsenal. Declan Rice, man, still no confirmation. He's put this on Instagram today, working at the campus in Portugal. But bro, I don't know, man. What's going on, man? Is it not confirmed? What's the latest on Declan Rice?
Bro, Arsenal take millions of years getting anyone to confirm. Do you know what I mean? That's just the way that we move as a club. But from what I'm hearing is he's going to be literally signed, sealed, and on the pre-season trip to America. So I think it's going to happen pretty soon. I think they're just potentially waiting to maybe do him and Timber on the same day. So, you know what Arsenal like, cut costs and get everything done on one day. But he's definitely coming, Declan Rice. I think it's just a matter of announcing him. Maybe they're trying to plan something big for his reveal, biggest transfer in the club's history. So we're going to have to wait and see. But as long as he's training and staying fit, that's the most important thing for us. I think there's going to be a lot more to happen before he gets signed. Potentially contracts need to get signed. We don't know if that's happened yet or not. Medicals allegedly was meant to be on Friday. So see where it goes. But I think Declan Rice, man, it's a good signing, proven player in the Premier League as well. So it gives me some hope.
Top signing.
He's not going to come here and fuck around. It's just all this talk about Thomas Partey leaving is pissing me off, really. Xhaka's gone, and maybe it's probably the best thing Xhaka going. I would have kept him for squad depth and had him on the bench, but we got 25 mil out of him. He's cracking on a bit. He's only had 2 good years for us. It is good that he's probably
enjoy the minerals.
But Thomas Partey, bro, I don't know what all these Arsenal fans are talking about, man. There's no way we should be getting rid of him because we bring another midfielder in. It's a total revamp in midfield. It's probably going to take a season for them to settle, and that's not what we need, man. Thomas Partey might be 30 years old. Quality player. Him and Rice in the middle will be sick.
Yeah. Well, for me, if you don't buy another midfielder, it would be crazy to get rid of Partey. That's just the way I kind of look at it for me. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Lavia's costing, 50 million? Southampton are smoking some mad stuff if they want 50 million for Lavia. There's not really anywhere else out there that you could go and get that could be a cheap option. You know what I mean? So I think for me, you'll keep Partey. I don't think anybody comes in for him, personally, for me. And I think then that's probably you lot kind of sorted in the transfer window. I don't know. Do you lot think you can get anything more? Striker?
Yeah, I need a striker, Saeed, man. We need a striker. Well, I think Timber's coming into play right back. That's the thing. I think he's going to be the inverted right back. Because
winger. In terms of maybe backup option to Saka.
There's talks of Moussa Diaby from by Leverkusen, but
offered Reece contract, no? Isn't he the backup right winger?
Sorry, here, Reece Nelson.
Yeah, Reece Nelson. Do we need a backup right winger?
We need more, man. We need more. Definitely need more. Do you know what I mean? But to be fair, people might snigger at Reece Nelson, but best believe when Reece Nelson's had his opportunity, he's taken it with both hands.
Bro,
he's assisted.
Doesn't he have the same G as Anthony? Or can someone double check that for me?
Oh, so
someone
doing
double
that
check
one,
that.
yeah. So doing that one.
And you,
Now let's
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
Nunes then.
someone
Let's
just
talk about
double check
Nunes.
that. Someone just
No,
double
no,
check
no.
that.
Let's talk about Nunes
Reece
then. Let's talk about
Nelson's a
Nunes
good
then.
player,
What's
man.
Nunes
Reece
saying?
Nelson's a good player.
Man,
Like
man was
Prem's
never
is
in the
saying.
he
team.
is. Trust me, man. Honestly,
Anytime he's been brought on or Arteta's needed something, he's delivered.
Good squad player, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
good squad player, definitely.
big pressure
That's not
moment,
a bad
scoring
move.
goals in the last minute of the game. People were laughing at Nottingham Forest at home when Saka got injured and Reece Nelson come on, scored 2 goals, changed the whole game for us. So for me, all we need is squad depth. We need a few players to rotate. You got to think Pepe is probably going to end up getting sold. So we're going to need to bring somebody in anyway.
Wouldn't
If we
even
do
get
go
back.
in for a Muse, no, I know, but we need them extra bodies in.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
especially now we're in the Champions League, and hopefully I want to be competing on all fronts. I don't want to be fucking ditching away the Carabao Cup, ditching away the FA Cup, and focusing. I want to be challenging on all fronts, and I think this is the best time for Arsenal to do so. Especially the positives that I see is we were on a title cusp, we were challenging for the title, got pretty much all the way there. We fell off towards the end, and what did we go and do? Put £100 million down on a midfielder. That shows me there's intent in this football club to push on and really want to win the big stuff. But if we do want to win it, yeah, might go in for Moussa Diaby. I don't know how true that might be because otherwise they would have probably done a deal with the Xhaka one. So I don't know how true that might be, but we need a striker, man. We definitely need a striker because Jesus can play out on the right. He can be cover for Saka. And we need somebody that could come in and give us a different option. So we're not.
Vlahovic.
No, I'll take Mitrovic, me, bro. I swear down. That's who I want.
Oh, Mitrovic. The thing is with Mitrovic, I think for me he probably starts more games than Jesus, man. I just think he's the kind of guy that would displace Jesus out of the team, man, and he'd be the kind of winger. Bro, I'm telling you now, Mitrovic is a bag, bro. Mitrovic will get more goals than Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling
it's
you
about
now, if he
but
gets his team at Arsenal,
Saka and
let's be
Martinelli
honest.
won't get as many goals if Mitrovic plays. Like what Jesus is good. What Jesus does, yeah, cool. He scores less goals, but we need to remember the whole cohesion is better than a man scoring 20 goals up top because Saka's not going to get.
I hear that.
Martinelli.
Yeah, but
So,
what I'm saying is
also,
we need him as
go on.
a plan B, somebody that can come on
Plan B.
the game. You know what I mean? Sit on the bench. Obviously, some games in the tougher games, put him on and let him start. In other games, well, most games, let Jesus start and have that fluid front three. But yeah, that's what we need. We need when it's going when it's going against us and it's not going for us, putting somebody big on, can bully up defenses, open up space. Do you know what I mean? Get his head on to the end of the ball. That's what we need, man. And somebody's already said in the comments, Balogun over Eddie Nketiah, and I'm with that as well, man.
Absolutely. Rajaf says, let's get the facts right. If it weren't for Harry Kane, Tottenham are a mid-table team. Yeah, I think that's correct. Absolutely.
That's such a stupid thing to say. Like, sorry, like that's so disrespectful to the other players that have actually done bits for Tottenham. Heung-min Son was done.
I thought that was a fair comment.
Heung-min Son, how many goals did he get last season?
Was the goal that but he played half the season injured. But even so, Heung-min Son's got over 100 Premier League goals. So let's have it right first and foremost. Then you got Dejan Kulusevski. Then you got other players. Like, come on,
Bradley,
all right, let's have it right. When Harry Kane's been injured,
Richarlison, you're gonna say?
Yeah, Tottenham.
No, there's times where Kane used to get his annual ankle injury, and Son used to step in.
Like people, some of these football takes. I'm like, do you not even know about football? It's fucking mental. Some of you
say. You gotta look at it, man. Harry Kane out of any team, bro.
Yeah, he's a class player, but that's so silly to say, though, isn't it? When we've obviously got other quality players. Yeah, we've had one bad season, but come on, man. Like some of the takes are ridiculous.
No, I hear it. But that's what I'm saying. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting to see how Tottenham are post Harry Kane. Briggs want to ask, would anyone take Wilfred Ndidi at their club? Listen, he's washed, man. He's finished, man. Last 2 seasons.
I think a better manager can get something out of him, man.
Nah, he's washed, man.
I don't know.
Bro, a man like Samara's been taking his position lately, man. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Listen, keep liking the video, people. Still 1.6k in the building. Love to everybody showing love. We need to talk about Liverpool. Liverpool, man. What's going on, man? In Anfield, man. What's going on? Trent's got his new trim. You know what I'm saying? You got the shirt that Trent did well in that season as well. 2017-18. Wow, you got the same shirt as a trim. Like, you're bringing it back, man. You know?
You get the same amount of trophies.
The fact that we're talking about the fact that we're talking about trims, and obviously, listen, we're looking at the trim, we're over inspecting. Listen, the fact that we're talking about this shows
But you
that
lot do,
there isn't
though.
really much. There's not much going on at Liverpool right now. You know what I'm saying? We're very much interested in Lavia, but the 50 million price tag is just a bit much. It's just a bit much. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's a bit cheeky to say 50 mil for Lavia. He's a good player, but you know, we are interested. But let's just, and if we are looking at, hey, the training kit's nice as well, by the way. Look at that training kit. Listen, you see, you see the low taper. You see the low taper with like the level
Might
6.
get a low tape, you know, man.
That's a level
I'm
6
feeling to get
low
a new
taper.
fade, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, as I said, as a someone who gets to the low taper, or at some point in my career, the low taper with the level 6.
What's the trim now saying?
With the little, I know this ain't coming up. Right, get Sai to 1,000 likes, the hat comes off. How about that? Get him to 1,000 likes, the hat comes off.
There you go, people. 1,000 likes.
Listen,
You see the fade.
Trent low taper mixed with the 1920. I'm seeing 30 GA in all comps. I'm telling you,
where
do
does
not
Trent
want to
start
see
next
this
season?
trend.
Marks, where does Trent start next season?
Inverted right back, man. He's not going to be.
Yeah, you don't put him in midfield.
Listen, no. I would put him in midfield. I would put him in midfield and go get a Kyle Walker-Peters. But we're not going to get Kyle Walker-Peters if we're trying to get Lavia. Like, Kyle Walker-Peters is someone who can step in for me at right back. I'd rather have Joe Gomez as my second choice right back. Do you know what I'm saying? But end of the day, I think what Liverpool are doing now, we're focusing on the two centre mids. Obviously, Henderson with his links away from the club is something to think about. I think they're trying to maybe offload Henderson or Thiago. Why that is even a conversation of who you'd rather offload is very frightening to me. But, you know, it is what it is in that situation.
Not being funny, I know you're going to say I would rather offload Thiago than Henderson.
Crazy.
Because Henderson is available. Thiago's never available. Like you have
Henderson,
only one.
I'm not gonna. You know what?
No.
I really don't want to slander Henderson because I don't want to do that today. I'm not going to slander Henderson today.
It's about who's going to be available over the course.
I'd rather have Thiago available for 12 games than have Henderson available for 30 of them, and that's just the bottom line. At this moment, listen. I love him to bits, but the ligaments, his knees are gone, the legs are gone. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, like he has brilliant captain tendencies. So again, if he wants to go and play against Molde for 90 minutes in the group stages, you do that. You do that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him to do that. But the constant starts and the 90 minutes in the Premier League, if you want to get anywhere, it can't happen. It can't happen. He has been looking shredded in pre-season, I'm not going to lie. But listen, Szoboszlai, that's his position.
Henderson as well looking shredded as well.
That's what I'm saying. Henderson's been looking shredded. Like he's looking shredded in that, but I don't mean the tech's suddenly going to come back all of a sudden. That doesn't mean anything. So yeah, man, I just feel like we probably need to get one more defender in for me. Lewis, if you want to stop, you know, doing the Levi Cole thing and just allow it and then just send them our way, then cool, we can talk because
that'll be 90 million, please. Time is money.
Or use him as bargaining to go and get Caicedo. I don't know what you man are doing right now. You man are playing games.
Right.
Just back to Liverpool. I just feel like right now we're in a good position. The squad's in good spirits right now. Maybe just one more midfielder will do it. And yeah, maybe one more defender. It doesn't have to be a world beater. Just get another body in there because I don't think Matip's going to be able to fill in. Kanate's obviously got his injury issues as well. And obviously Joe Gomez don't even yeah, less said about that the better.
Speak Chinese.
We'll see though. As I said, expectations. Now people looking at us saying, "Oh, Liverpool need to go challenge now." We'll see in it. We'll see because I think we need one or two more signings.
Yeah, listen. Harry Maguire's available if you need Harry Maguire on a cheap deal. You know, I mean, forget Levi Colwill. The back three. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you need any help around there, you know what I'm saying to you. But Liverpool, Premsy, you impressed by Liverpool so far? You think it needs anything else?
Do you know what? I actually am, to be honest with you. I think Szoboszlai, been following him since Salzburg, is a quality player.
Quality player.
Again, McAllister, smart business, Premier League proven, got him on a decent price as well. And I just think Klopp is one of them managers where he can have a little bit of a bad season. We've seen it in the past, and he comes back and he's right up there challenging again. I think a big player, and for me, I think it's probably going to be one of the best players in the league, is Luis Diaz. I think he was unfortunate with his injury last season, and I can see him firing. Darwin Núñez, he's had a year to settle now. Are we going to see a better Darwin Núñez? I just have a feeling that Liverpool are gonna bang this season. I have a feeling that it's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City. I think it's going to be them three teams, and I think just purely down to the investment and the managers as well that the clubs have got, especially Klopp and.
We need one defender. I think because the defense is still a little bit of an issue. I I think we need one defender, just because.
Yeah, I think Klopp will sort that out, though. I think he's learned his lesson from not restocking in midfield and then seeing the team fall off. I think now, because sometimes these top managers can be a little bit stubborn. We've seen Wenger, we've seen Fergie over time still play with certain players that they like, even though the fan base knew that it's time was up for them. They're just stubborn and stuck with them kind of guys. But I think the thing is with these great managers, in order for them to be the best managers, they learn from the mistakes fast. And I think Klopp is definitely one of the best managers in the world, man. I could just see Liverpool bouncing back.
Yeah, I think the players that are being rejuvenated, fresh. I think Liverpool, for me, if they get at one more midfielder, that's why I'm saying don't sleep on Liverpool in that sense. You know what I mean? And I think for me, they're scary because you know what it is with Liverpool, yeah? They're the only team after Man City that can go on that 10 game. Yeah, big up Griezmann. We'll go on that 10 game winning streak. Like, they can do it. Like, I don't think Man United can do that. I don't think, for me, even Chelsea can do that. Arsenal, I think they can do that a little bit. Tottenham, obviously, depends on Harry Kane and whatnot. But I think Liverpool are that club to do that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, if they get one more midfielder and they go on that
Not
run,
even that. I
could be-
won't be surprised if Trent actually just slots in that midfield role and they get a right back because he did very well.
That's why
and I think
it's
his new position.
Yeah, that isn't. This is all about preference. And I just like Uncle Said, and I think Klopp is very stubborn in his ways. And I feel like the second he's able to play that false nine the way he wants to play that false 9-4-3-3, I think he does go right back to that. But the signings he's making suggests we will probably start the season with the pivot. So we don't really know what's going to happen because of the different type of midfielders we have. Is Curtis Jones going to get a look in after his good form? He's going to be rewarded or not? You know what I'm saying? Is again Diogo Jota, who when fit, you can see what he can do. He looks good. He looks good towards the back end of the season. But like Diaz, he was injured for most of the season. Barely got a look in when he came back, and then obviously started scoring. So I think if Jota and Diaz can make a statement, and then Gakpo as well, who I feel really Gakpo for me. Gakpo can start getting goals, which he is quite a good striker. For me, he's not Firmino, obviously the Firmino we know, but
he's got a bit more though. In terms of his versatility.
He's more fit. He's not as elegant, but he's more physical, and he can hold up the ball. And he's actually a better striker of the ball than Firmino. I think he's a better goal scorer than Firmino. Firmino was never the one to get a bag of goals for Liverpool. So I think Salah as well. I think Salah's just inevitable as he is. I think he's still going to 20 plus. So if Virgil, do you know what? It's mad, but it does come down to Virgil. You'll
probably win the Europa League.
Probably, yeah. If you get Virgil, because unfortunately, what's so mad is that Trent probably top 3 in his position, Virgil probably top 3 in his position, and Alisson probably top 3 in his position, and Robbo maybe on a little bit of a downward slope. But if you look on paper, like the fact that these men are playing Europa League is crazy to me, isn't it? Like it's
man. The fall off is mad.
Top 3 right now or top 3 in general? Because there's 2 different conversations.
I think top 3 in general. I think Alisson's still in the top 3 right now. I think again,
he is.
Virgil and Trent question marks because they've had a bad season.
I seen Aaron Ramsdale being valued at the most expensive goalkeeper in world football.
But that same outlet, Vinicius wasn't even in the top. Vinicius wasn't even in the top.
I'm just saying, just so you know.
Yeah, but you know, Saka was at the top of that list as well. I think Saka was in one of those lists, and he was at the top. And Vinicius,
you know what? Allegedly, Arsenal got the second most expensive squad in the world. Right?
Not allegedly.
Now, big things coming.
Value. But it's also done on age, contract value, or contract length.
Yeah.
So someone like Saka, Ramsdale, Martinelli, they're going to be super high up because they're really young on long contracts, and obviously their future or their ceiling is really high, as opposed to Alisson, who's a bit older, probably on a lower contract. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, absolutely. Last super chat for wrap up. Darwin, Nuno, Mendes gonna cook next season. Let's see, man. You know what I mean? We need to find out what type of cooking, man. Because he'll be cooking in a microwave or is he cooking on the, nice grill, nice little settings there, man. So we'll see. But people, still 1.6K in here. Have we got 1,000 likes? If we had 1,000 likes, you would have seen Monty's hairline. But unfortunately, I don't think we got 1,000 likes. Let's check the like button right now as we wrap up the show.
And see if you can get it done.
No,
645. That would be a crazy landslide. So we'll let you off.
645, disgraceful.
Yeah, that's crazy. It should be on at least 800. It should be half the likes, but I don't know.
Disappointed.
Maybe we've got haters watching. I always say maybe there's haters watching that are just, you know, what I
Oh,
mean, they're
without
pretty
the
in it.
haters, you don't
They're
have a
trying to
show,
see.
fam.
Exactly. So just keep watching the limit. You see what I'm saying? Because you're paying me either way, anyway. So it's all
Big
love.
up
It's
for
all
the
love.
dislikes. It still helps us with the algorithm, so hold that.
Yeah, man. Big up to everybody anyway that watches the show, man. Best of the rest. Make sure you check out Boohoo, man. 10% off. Premsy, man. Big up to you, man. What are you saying? You got going on?
Do you know what? I'm on Dan Potts channel tomorrow. I think discussing Arsenal, Man City. Back to
Big up,
Premier
Dan.
League unpacked from next week on Monday. Going to start hitting out all the content again. I've just been mad busy over the last couple of weeks or so. Go and check out me on Instagram, Premsy_AFC, and give us a subscribe on YouTube as well, Premsy TV people. Big up the panel, big up the chat. It's been a pleasure.
Yep, absolutely. Monts, you're going live after this, man. We'll be redirecting people as well to the stream. So big up, Monts. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. Just again, we're talking of Paul Pogba, obviously going for a possible 10 million euros. We don't know how, as I said, we don't know how concrete it is, but listen, it's a talking point.
Yeah.
We're talking about Sadio Mane and Harry Kane. So Patrick is gonna be over with me on Big Six Bands, and we are also 4 subscribers away from 4.9 and 105 away from 5K. So listen, man, when we come over, make sure you subscribe and smash the like on this video, man. I was actually willing to take my hat off. So yeah.
Yeah, one sec.
Go on, give us a glimpse, man. Give us a glimpse.
Crazy, possible.
Wrap it up, man. I'm gonna go get the door, man. I don't know who's not.
Yo, peace of delivery, man's here. Take care.
He didn't time it right. He didn't time it
You know
right.
what I mean? That's it. Delivery and that. You get me, fam. Sauce. You want sauce? Have you seen that advert?
Man.
Yo, tell you the mad thing, people. But yeah, man. Lewis, you tell the man then where they can find you and what you're doing.
What am I doing? I'm gonna go on Igal's channel if he's still live, and I think that's me done for today. But tomorrow there'll be another transfer stream where we probably go through the same Caicedo news but recycled, and the same Levi Colwill news but recycled. But who knows? We might get an update or something. Might end up selling somebody. But yeah, big up everybody. Like and subscribe here as well. Check out the panel and big up.
Go on, Patty. You next.
Yeah, man. And Patrick Tyrone on Twitter and Instagram. Give me a follow. Obviously, my channel as well, Chatty Patty. Give me a subscription. I will put some stuff out, I promise. I'm with Monts right now on Big Six Band, so that's going to be fun. And then obviously Monday we've got Premier League unpacked with Premsy and the gang, so that's going to be good. And then obviously Tuesdays I'm back with Saeed. So yeah, lots going on. And then for all the Tottenham fans, last word on Spurs, I'm always on there as well. Just follow me, you'll see when that's going on. So yeah, all good.
We got people, man. I'm back at live tonight, people, 10 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that one. Late vibes. Talk about, you know what, we're going to talk about Pogba, Martial, preseason tour. So tune in for that one, man. Like I said, big up to everybody who's watching the show. Appreciate all the numbers, the support. You guys, amazing. Keeping every stream possible, man. So love for the love, man. And we're out, people.